All right, we're in the house, family. Let me make sure I'm over here before I go. My voice get loud over here. We're in the house. Once again, it's on Black Power. It's the General Cyrus Susan Setti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Glad to see everybody back in the house. Hope you've been doing your homework. You see what I'm saying? Leaving these fictitional niggas alone out here. These niggas is fictitional. Everybody is exposing everybody. Ain't nobody doing no motherfucking work. Nigga, y'all niggas is motherfucking Jerry Springers and shit and motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? All them crazy motherfuckers on TV. Niggas ain't teaching, ain't got nothing to teach. See what I'm saying? So we got to stay away from all the madness before a nigga get infected with that bullshit. Call it like I see it. You understand what I'm saying? We've been doing a lot of, we're talking about economics and black uplift. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the political, economic, social conditions that our people in. Matter of fact, let me look in the chat room, make sure all my moderators is in the house. I come right on and go to talking. Oh, and thank everybody. Thank everybody for their blessings, of course. What up, Patah? That nigga be putting all them gases in there. That shit. God damn, how you be doing that, dog? I need that shit on my phone or however you doing that shit. That gas, nigga, that's what's up. I love that. Damn, man. God damn it. What my damn, fuck that. Gotta get my shit together, you know what I'm saying? God damn, hold up, y'all. Hold the fuck up. Hell no. Yeah. God damn, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I see a couple waves out of place, dog. Nigga gotta tighten that shit up, nigga. Take that motherfucking do-rag off. That motherfucker got lines all in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do that shit right, y'all. Can't be up on here looking like anybody and everybody. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, we want to, continue to teach. We want to continue to reach. We want to understand the conditions that we in as a people. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand the dynamics of the situation we in, answers will start to resonate within self about a lot of the questions that you may not even know to ask. A lot of people don't even know the questions to ask because they don't even know what fucking predicament they in. You see what I'm saying? The motherfuckers don't even know what questions to ask. So by coming on and fucking with the general and shit and dealing with this information, hard body. I know a lot of people's out there say, man, it's disheartening to know some of this information. It's disheartening. And sometimes, that's the reality. But, we are a very, very, as far as, the ability, creative ability of our people. You understand what I'm saying? We can do whatever the fuck we want to if we put our minds to it. It starts here in the motherfucking mind. And like I said, too many of these niggas out here is defeated. You understand? Just because a motherfucker can run game on a motherfucker don't mean shit. That nigga's just another fish in the bowl. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to get more motherfucking food than the next motherfucker, but he in the bowl too. You understand what I'm saying? And people have, just because a motherfucker can run his mouth, and many of them goddamn preachers do that shit every goddamn Sunday. And so, you know, you niggas, you got to quit falling for every nigga that can bust a verse and, you know what I'm saying, and get up there and do a sermon and shit and don't back shit up. You make you feel good and shit. And then when you go down in your pocket, you realize you done been robbed. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, if you giving away your finances to a motherfucker, you better be getting some goddamn benefit up out of that. Fuck that. You know, every motherfucking Sunday giving these motherfucking lying ass preachers all your motherfucking money to pillage the goddamn community, and you don't see nothing come up out of that. It's a goddamn shame. You know what I'm saying? And so I know goddamn well my people got better business savvy than that. To give motherfuckers all their goddamn money and don't get nothing back. Nothing but thieves. Nothing but thieves. But look who they been taught by. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thief on the goddamn earth. And then when you starve motherfuckers to the point where they don't have nothing, thievery is the J-O-B of the day. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you looking at motherfuckers that ain't got thievery is one of the J-O-Bs of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think and look at, you know, what's on TV and niggas is aspiring to get these houses and get these motherfucking cars, nigga, you not gonna do that shit at no Mickey D's. And that's no slight on no motherfucker, but you's a goddamn king and a queen. And in 2019, as much effort that your people done put into this country, is no way our people should be working for nobody. We should have been took over our destiny by now and in full control of everything that's going on within the community. And we further from doing that than we was than when we got off that goddamn boat. Okay? Too many niggas is selling our people's dreams. And you know what I'm saying? And so that's when you got to cut these niggas loose and you got to go back to the master teachers. They right there on the shelf. I'm going to do, you know, after I come up out of this economic, and this is going to be monthly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be teaching the history all the time because that's just a dynamic way of inspiring the people to get up and do for self. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to have the political, economic segment. You know what I'm saying? But I got to reintroduce you to the Grandmaster teachers. So, every, one of our teachers at some point in time, I'm doing, a video on each one of the teachers, bringing up, great, literature, great, videos that you can watch and not just give them to you, but go over this and give you a hell of an overview on this master teacher and why that master teacher was so profound, and instrumental in making us who we are today. A lot of us, like I say, niggas are just t-shirt and necklace niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to do a motherfucking song on that. T-shirt and necklace niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's all you niggas is today. You know what I'm saying? Can't even spell Africa. You know what I'm saying? Can't even spell it. And so that's sad. And motherfuckers talking about, where the fuck is you gonna lead the people? You know what I'm saying? So, that's why, the ancestors sent that great age of master teachers. You understand what I'm saying? And queens, dynamic, intellectual, spiritual queens that drop so heavy information on us of all time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I love it. I love the community for the the diversity of, the male and the female aspects of the community, where you got the dynamic teachers, great queen mothers, great African king scholars that came and uplifted us. And had they not done that, you understand what I'm saying? We still being in the abyss, the chaotic abyss of religion and all this bullshit that niggas believe in. You know what I'm saying? And so it's on me, you know what I'm saying, to reintroduce you to the master teachers. And, and that's why I say niggas out here that's claiming they are the community, they not under the community. Because how you gonna come out some bullshit and then call them grandmaster teacher's name. Nigga, come on, man. You done dishonored every motherfucking thing that the master teachers done stood for. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I say, nigga, you got to, not, you can't just do some good shit to clean up the fuck shit you've been doing all along. You know what I'm saying? You can't, that don't make up for that. Even though it say balance, it says the heart got to be as light as a feather. You see what I'm saying? Got to be light as a feather. And it ain't gonna be light as a feather if you just trying to do some good work, because don't nobody know when your ass gonna flip the script. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have a stable. That's why I say steadfastness. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing good work, you stay steadfast in doing good work. You see what I'm saying? Today we're gonna be talking about, and I'm going over the average black family would need 228 years to build the wealth of a white family today. You see what I'm saying? This is not even, my personal philosophy. You understand what I'm saying? This is for people who believe in the American dream. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe in, shuffling crumbs. You understand what I'm saying? To build a cake. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, and I don't believe, I know that as long as white people are in power, in the way that they in power, it is no way that a nigga ever gonna catch up. You understand what I'm saying? No way in hell will a nigga ever catch up. You see what I'm saying? I got a lot of nice articles to verify 100 motherfucking percent. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't respect, just for the sake of motherfuckers with all these, degrees. And like I say, I love brothers and sisters who are profoundly intelligent and go out there and, and make a beautiful way for themselves, going to school and doing whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But that spirit was in you regardless of wherever you at. The black man and woman been doing profound things before a white man even crawled out the motherfucking cave. So I don't need nobody to give me no motherfucking degree, bitch. I'm the first motherfucker that ever gave out degrees. Bitch, I invented the sciences. You understand? I invented institution. I invented the goddamn paper that motherfuckers is writing on. I the one charted the stars. I charted these motherfucking oceans. You see what I'm saying? So I don't need no motherfucker to give me nothing. You see what I'm saying? And in that, because we give our efforts over to these motherfuckers and get little or nothing back for it. That's another way of stifling our development. You understand what I'm saying? It's another way of stifling our development. We even got to go back, like I said, and revisit Booker T. Washington. Even though the nigga was, a lot of people think that Booker T was, dancing for the Peckerwood. He might have been dancing, but he had a clear message that we had to, learn in the technical know-how, how to, food, clothing, and shelter, George Washington Carver, you know what I'm saying? Developing so many, inventions just off the goddamn peanut. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey, you're seeing great minds at that time. And whether they at where we at right now, niggas think they know it all, but they don't have none of that technical know-how. So it's a goddamn trade-off in this day and age that a man got and a woman got to reach back into the past and look at them master teachers. I know niggas don't, because we don't know how to research no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't, I be on the internet, nigga, I be watching shit that motherfuckers be like, God damn, I just go all over the place and shit, studying shit that, I may not know. You know what I'm saying? I look into it, see what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to go into areas we might not be comfortable in going in, but there is a wealth of knowledge in that area to help us develop. We far behind, but who can run faster than a nigga? Even mentally, we run fast. we are being stifled by this shit on TV, and you know that is diverting our mind. But if we spend as much time in being intellectual and dealing with our situation, we would have been up out of this shit long time ago. You see what I'm saying? And they know the reality. They know that we'll straighten up and get it right. They know that. That's why they got to continue to work their plan. Come with new drugs all the motherfucking time. Keep a nigga, you know, on high. Keep a nigga on, you know, mind is, you know, fucked up. You understand where he ain't thinking? You know, keep a nigga starving. Keep a nigga broke. You understand? So where he only, if he can't get the bread, you know, all he want to do is get the drugs so he can escape his reality. You see, niggas is escaping reality. When niggas go into church and they waiting on Jesus, and they go in the motherfucking mosque and they waiting on Allah, and they go over here and the motherfucker waiting, and you waiting, nigga, because you're defeated. You don't have no, no mental capacity to get up off your ass and do it for yourself. So that's another aspect of us. We are savior prone people where we've been so where we needed to be saved. We need to be saved. But we don't understand that ain't no motherfucker coming out the sky, and that's crippling because we done spent so many years waiting on a motherfucker to come up out the sky to save us that we done went in the hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You understand what I'm saying? To where when a nigga put the facts up on the table to show you where you're at, you understand, a lot of our people get depressed, and that's where the young G's and young queens today get frustrated and get ready to go upside your motherfucking head and shit. And it might not necessarily be all the fault of the elders that came before this generation, but you understand, what did they do to expose us to the reality, of the condition we in? They didn't do much. You know what I'm saying? Because they might not have known. You know what I'm saying? And then we got niggas out here that, they escaping. We got all type of niggas. We got reference niggas and shit. What do I mean by reference niggas? Some of you niggas think that all you needed to do is continue to find enough white people to say Egypt was black and this, that. So all you do is look for references and reference. And I study all things. But I don't need no more white people to say that Egypt was black. We done found enough references for that. You know what I'm saying? When do you stop, searching for references and put some of that motherfucking information that you done discovered into play, into action? So all we got today is a bunch of reference and book niggas. And nothing wrong with the book, but that's not gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I say when you putting up your program, you got to sit down and you got to brainstorm on your program. And when you got to think of all the things that's necessary for you to be working on, to develop the individual that you hope to be. You see yourself, you understand, down the road, some great African in whatever field that you aspiring to develop in. You see what I'm saying? And you putting it's like you laying your own curriculum out. You understand what I'm saying? And so you got to spread that, you got to spread yourself out just like a PhD, but not in the sense that but you're doing it for yourself. All the things that you need to develop in, you brainstorming, you writing that down, then you getting information on who the top scholars, who the teaching this type of information, and you go get literature, you go get whatever videos and start to develop within your damn program. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. But if you're doing one thing and that's all you doing, and you're lopsided, you ain't got no program. You're aimlessly living. You understand what I'm saying? You're aimlessly living. And then when you wake up and realize, goddamn, I've been aimlessly living for too goddamn long, that becomes depressing because now you in the middle of your life, latter part of your life. It ain't nothing wrong with, waking up then. But, you just spend a lot of time, doing shit that wasn't going to add up to nothing. And so we don't want to continue. We stopping right now today, just aimlessly living. And you stop that by first and foremost, asking, and we're going to go over that again. Who am I? What is my destiny? How am I going to get there? And who the fuck I'm going to take and who the fuck I'm going to leave behind when I get ready to go? And what should I have with me when I show up to where I'm going? Because then I'm going to start over on level 2 of the program and going up and going up and going up and going up. You should know your destiny but then you have to reevaluate it because then you didn't develop to a stage where you didn't develop past the original program where it's time for a new program. If you didn't already mastered the bachelor's, then you're going up to the master, then you're going up to the PhD in your own program, showing you the different levels, you know what I'm saying, and stages of your development. So even when we talking about the topic, when we talking about 200, ain't nobody stand up on, and that's some silly niggas would try that shit. You know what I'm saying? Thinking 200 motherfucker, you can stop right now today. We could get what the fuck where we need to be in fucking 5 years. If we start on this gas movement, if we start on this Marcus Garvey movement, if we start on this TAC movement, we can have great strides in 5 fucking years. Fuck some 220. 1 year, you could collapse these motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? You could collapse them in 1 fucking year. If you throw in the towel on being a slave, you could collapse them. But too many of y'all see yourselves side by side with the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? And until you come up off that white man titty, you is never going to be free. That's just it. If you don't conceive yourself able to survive and strive and thrive without that beast, your ass is going to always forever be, chained to the titty of that beast. That's it. You're going to always need them. You won't be able to conceive and that's a lack of confidence because you've been out of power too long. That's just like when a nigga was growing up. You know what I'm saying? There's bullies and shit out there. And the motherfucker let motherfucker bully him and shit. And this, that, and motherfucker bullying the whole goddamn school. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker be nervous to even go by the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then, I done been in motherfucking scraps with niggas. And, soon as a motherfucker get in it, you don't realize the fucking energy take over. Before you know it, you bucking, nigga. You in this nigga mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And so a motherfucker don't even know what the fuck he able to do until you get into the energy of life. You know what I'm saying? And we've been locked out of that for too long because niggas wants to be the butler and the maid. Until we come up out of that and see it's getting very, very dangerous for us. Because even when we talk about the Hispanic people passing us by, you got to understand as China move, into position to becoming the greatest economy on the planet, these motherfucking Orientals gonna have more power because they got a foundation at the crib. We ain't got no foundation. We our own goddamn foundation at this time. So that other people's got their crib. They got power at the crib that can back them up. You understand what I'm saying? So them Oriental motherfuckers got power. Not just here, but they got power over there. And because they got, their nation is, economically, they got their tentacles all over the planet. They can get on the phone. They can call over here and call that senator, call that president and put some motherfucking a bug in his ear. Like, my people's over here, they saying they having and make motherfucking moves that you can't make. You know what I'm saying? Because they see, nigga, the lack, a political unity amongst black people. We don't look out for one another like we supposed to look. And that's really the only answer. And so until niggas do that, niggas is gonna be splintered and they're gonna pick motherfuckers off one by one. They're gonna starve niggas until they have deem your ass expendable. And then they're gonna start just like they doing, getting rid of niggas, locking motherfuckers up, giving niggas, you know, they locking up the elders, they locking up the young, they locking up the women, they locking up everybody in the goddamn race. Because they can make more money off of your ass being locked up than they can make up off of your ass out here. They're going to get them goddamn Hispanic motherfuckers the jobs out here. They the new slaves. They can work them motherfuckers for $2. $2. Niggas ain't going to work for $2. You understand what I'm saying? He rather rob and steal than work for $2. You understand what I'm saying? So they the new slave and they willing to do it. And they figuring that, you know, if they work for $2, $3, as long as they keep coming in here with numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers, that eventually them crumbs is going to add up enough to where they can start to, you know, buy businesses and open up businesses in this country of their own control. And so they gonna slow roll that shit until they take over. Niggas is not doing that at all. And because of the mental breakdown of our people, you know, the way we're doomed going that way. Niggas, I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. You are doomed going that way. It's only one motherfucker, and you can any motherfucker out there telling you any otherwise is lying to your ass. Okay? I can guarantee you that they is lying to your ass, because you can already see that the cards have been stacked against your ass long time ago. And if once you understand power, as we went over, and I'm gonna do a whole video on power so you niggas know what power is and how to get it and how to keep it. You understand what I'm saying? And understand what other people gonna do in order to get it and to keep it. You understand? And expand it on your ass, in which they have been doing. You understand what I'm saying? For the last 400 years. I took time to watch the documentary Banished. And I went, you know, I watched it, and it was just showing not just like, you know, Rosewood or any other, Tulsas and whatnot. It's been many, many cities and counties. You understand what I'm saying? They was going over where the white people in that county ran every nigga out the county. Every nigga. Ran them out. Systematic terrorism. Took their land. You understand? And then got enough nerve to say, well, you know, after the people then went over the fact that you took the land, you terrorized them to take the land, the shit that they say, well, how the fuck can we give land back today? It's been so long. You know, they come up with all kind of lies. People that's living on the land now don't know nothing about that. They legally bought the land, and so how can you take the land? See, they knew that was going to come into play. They don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? That's what they saying about, you know, when you hear motherfuckers say, today, I didn't have nothing to do with slavery. Bitch, you inherited the whole mechanism of slavery. When you brought your ass here from over there from Britain, they went and got the slums of the goddamn prison system. They went and got the wretched of the goddamn earth, sent them to New Zealand, sent their ass to Australia, sent their ass to America. You understand what I'm saying? These motherfuckers was more like penal colonies for the damn British. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't come over here, you understand, with no, riches and wealth. You know what I'm saying? They came over here vagabonds. You understand what I'm saying? Pay the sacks over. And so now today you see, now if y'all had the mechanism to acquire the damn wealth and the damn technical know-how of America, why you didn't do that shit in Britain? If that shit was a homogeneous, movement amongst European people, why the fuck was Europe a decadent motherfucking continent looking for a way out? And they saw their way out, enslaving our people and robbing our people and robbing the continent of Africa. You see what I'm saying? So when you talking about white people, they would not be at all. It'll be another damn Canada or another lesser than that. You understand what I'm saying? If it was not for the, the creativity and the energy of African people building this damn nation up, and they ain't got shit. So any European person in America today is afforded the life that they live in because our ancestors worked for 400 fucking years without no pay, no benefit whatsoever. Not just economically, but technologically too. Because while they was advancing and taking the damn inventions and advancing it, they kept us out of the arena of the technology. So when you think about how a computer is built and how goddamn these airplanes and all this technical putting in satellites in the goddamn outer space and all that shit, that's 1,000 years from where the fuck we at right now. You understand what I'm saying? So they stagnated us, and as far as technology, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? And so that depresses us, because we know what we need to get up out of this motherfucking predicament. And and they just stagnated us and kept us in a mental prison for so long. Some of us wouldn't even know where the fuck to start to even move in the direction of technology today. You know what I'm saying? And it's some of us that do. That doesn't mean that everybody, but we talking about the masses. You see what I'm saying? We talking about the masses. You know what I'm saying? And those who do have technology and shit, they gonna go work for the beast. Just like we showed yesterday when the nigga was handing the baton off to the white boy, for the white boy to run across the damn finish line with the white boy flag on. He winning the race. That's his nation winning the race. And you passing your energy off to him so he can go win the race. You understand what I'm saying? Stand up there on the goddamn podium while they sing his motherfucking national anthem. That's what we've been doing for far too damn long. So I'm gonna start today with a very serious article. And this article right here is talking about all the motherfuckers with degrees. Now I don't want to motherfucking beat up on no motherfucker body. But I got to say this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been taught that, go get the degree. That shit gonna change your goddamn life. This, that, and the third. Go on and get the degree. Nigga, we got more degrees than we ever had in our existence of our, being over here in America. And motherfucker ain't done no more. Matter of fact, when we talk about, being at zero wealth, that includes them Negroes too. Okay, it includes them Negroes too. Where is that at? I think it's right here. Here we go. I think it's right here. And I'm about to share this, and we're gonna go over this real quickly. You know what I'm saying? So we could get back to the facts. We're gonna break this shit down, on that gas. We're gonna put this shit in the gas chamber and break it down. Okay? Let me get my monitor up. Let me get my monitor up. We're going, and everybody know I'm gonna be on General SETI YouTube page today. Have your ass in the place. Have your ass in the place. All right, I got my monitor. I see it good. African American college graduation rates hit all-time high, but economic outcomes lag. Okay? New report finds racial inequality persists 50 years after the Civil Rights Act of 1968. Nigga, civil rights, nigga, you got more homosexuals and goddamn, all type of crazy ass motherfuckers from the LGBT, whatever the fuck, however you do it. Got more of them motherfuckers than, black people. It don't even work for black people no more. You got too many other people. You understand what I'm saying? Your mothers and your grandmothers and grandfathers got out there and fought for the shit. You understand what I'm saying? but to no avail. They done moved in, all other so-called minorities, they moved in on that. Women and, the women's movement and shit and whoop-de-whoop. And you know what I'm saying? They done moved in on it. You understand what I'm saying? We understand the plight of women, but we talking about black women. And you know what I'm saying? So the civil rights movement was for black women. It wasn't for all women. And so, they didn't took the black woman mind and in her humanistic, confusion. She done went over with the white woman, the Asian woman, talking this women's right and shit. As soon as they get where they want to be, they gonna drop her ass just like the other motherfuckers dropped. The Jews was out there, you know what I'm saying, in the civil rights movement. And then when they got what they wanted, they jumped ship. You understand? Left your ass right there by yourself, got more out of it than you got out of it. You see what I'm saying? And it's saying, let me come down here so we can look at some of these facts. Okay? It says, at 7.5%, the unemployment rate among African Americans in 2017 was more than twice the rate of white unemployment at 0.8%, with 0.8 percentage points higher than it was in 1968. Okay, 1968. Okay, now let's go down here. Only 40% of black Americans own homes in the U.S., virtually unchanged since 1968, and a full 30 percentage points lower than the home ownership rate among white Americans. Okay, only 40% of black Americans own homes in the USA. Okay, I love to see that. Okay, the rate of incarceration for black Americans is more than 6 times that of white Americans today, and it tripled between 1968 and 2016. Okay, triple between 1968, and you talking about a nigga supposed to be 13% of the goddamn, and and all you see out here is these crazy Caucasians walking around here shooting niggas, and 50 motherfuckers at a time. You know what I'm saying? So we see where the violence is really, really coming from. And you mean to tell me that the incarceration rate for black Americans is more than 6 times, and they supposedly damn near 60-70% of the population? This is almost unbelievable. Okay, the hourly wages for black Americans rose 30.5% between 1968 and 2016, but as of 2016, black workers made only 82.5% of 5 cents for every dollar white Americans made. See, this is just dealing, and this is market watch. They're not telling the whole truth. This is small numbers to confuse you. You know what I'm saying? It says, meanwhile, household income for the average black family increased 42.8% since 1968, but remains only 61.6% of that of typical white household. Okay, this shit is if you go on this, see, this is for these Uncle Tom Negroes that'll read you this shit and don't read you the bigger picture. When you look at the 1% owning so much of the wealth, and this is the crumbs right here. See, this shit right here, you can't use this shit. This is market watch. I don't even need to read wait a minute. I don't need to read no more of this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Just to show y'all. Now, let me go down here where it's talking about how many blacks. And you see right there, that's another thing in the back where you see your woman right there with the white boy. You understand what I'm saying? Here we go. Okay, wait a minute. In 1968, more than 1/3, 34.7% of Black Americans lived in poverty. And today, the share is just 1 in 5, 21.4%. Black Americans are still 2.5 times as likely to be in poverty as white. This shit right here need to be thrown in the garbage. I shouldn't even went on this shit. You understand? But this is showing you where the coon nigga gonna go and get numbers and not show you the major numbers that I showed you yesterday. And I'm gonna go back. So you got to, when motherfuckers show you this is the, because they're gonna pull out the little minimum wage scale and confuse you, because they're gonna think you don't have no nationalism. They're gonna think you don't know the predicament you in. So they'll pull this shit out and run it down on you and say, yeah, it's bad, but it ain't as bad as you think it is. Let me come down here and let me deal with how many people. I think it's down here. There was also the EIP study found in 1968, only 54% of Black Americans graduated from high school, while today 92% get a high school diploma. Yeah, these niggas is functional illiterates. They functional illiterates. They'll give a nigga a high school diploma today and the motherfucker can't even put his fucking name on the page. See, this shit right here is nothing but white man bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I could take this shit right here and throw it right in the motherfucking garbage because it don't mean shit. These crackers ain't getting down to the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? This is some shit to make them feel good that blacks is, our slaves is coming, is developing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just enough, to make them feel like, they not the slave masters of the day. These motherfuckers is just as much the slave master, still hoarding the wealth that they goddamn foremothers and forefathers stole from our foremothers and forefathers for over 400 goddamn years. I thought this motherfucker was gonna get down to the bottom line of how many people graduated. This shit right here is garbage. I could throw this shit away. I don't want to see no more of this. Fuck this. Let me come on over here to the other. Dreams defer. How enriching the 1% widens the racial wealth divide. See, I'm coming over here on this inequality. That's what we need to be on. This is what we need to be on. Okay? It says, let me come down here. I'm going to start from the top. January 15, 2019, the release date of this report would have been the 90th birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who envisioned a future in which deep racial inequalities were eradicated, and he worked tirelessly towards that mission. His tragic assassination occurred while he was organizing the Poor People's Campaign. His last great effort was to ensure economic justice as a cornerstone of civil rights. Okay, in light of Dr. King's pursuit of economic justice, this report highlights how historic racial wealth disparities have been perpetrated and increased by the trend towards extreme inequality in the United States. It also puts the racial wealth divide in the context of overall wealth inequality trends. Let's deal with this. Key findings. This report looks at the trends in household wealth among Black, Latino, and white households over the past 3 decades. It relies on data from the Federal Reserve Board, most recent triannual survey of consumer finances. The racial wealth divide over the past 3 decades, a polarizing racial wealth divide has grown between white households and households of color. Since the early 1980s, median wealth among Black and Latinos have been stuck at less than 10,000. Meanwhile, households' median wealth grew from 105,000 to 140,000, adjusting their inflation. The racial wealth divide. Over the past 3 decades, a polarizing racial wealth divide has grown between white households and households of color. Since the early 1980s, median wealth among well, I didn't already. They didn't did that shit twice. They done did that shit twice. I don't even know what they put that in there for. Okay, between 1983 and 2016, the median black family saw their wealth drop by more than half. Okay, more than half after adjusting for inflation, compared to 33% increase for median white household. Over the same period, the number of households with 10 million or more skyrocketed by 856%. Okay, that's that upper echelons. You see, they getting richer and richer and richer and richer, and niggas is getting poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer until where you ain't gonna have nothing in the bank. Your ass ain't gonna own no house because you ain't gonna own no goddamn house if you can't pay the taxes. Okay, you ain't gonna have that goddamn land if you cannot pay the taxes. Everything that you got, and your mother and father got, it's in danger of being taken from you in the very near future, because nigga, they is letting you know that black people is gonna be damn near at zero wealth. And at that point, when you don't have shit, you don't have no house, you don't have no money in the bank, nigga, you are gonna be locked up, nigga, or thrown in a casket. That's about it. You understand what I'm saying? After going over yesterday, I was trying to show people, I brought the last news report up because I thought it was going to show, how many blacks was actually got degrees. And it got off into a whole lot of bullshit. See, once I show you the bigger picture, it make all these other little reports. It ain't no sense even going over them no goddamn more. You understand what I'm saying? It make even this one, it make you throw this shit right on out the goddamn door. Let me bring up the real shit. Ain't no sense even going over this shit. You know what I'm saying? At all. Let me go and get that making of a nigga back up. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and get it back up. This is where we at. Let me go to work, family. Let me go to work. See, this is what we talking about right now. You see, you got the beast on the back of the donkey. You understand what I'm saying? And he got the carrot in front of the motherfucker, leading his ass to the edge. That's what's happening. So what is the carrot? You understand what I'm saying? Let's go back over here. See, we looking at the bottom 80%. You understand what I'm saying? Really is 90% now. You understand what I'm saying? With, fighting for the 5% of financial wealth that's available for them. So that 5%, which really is 1% today, that's the carrot. That's the carrot. That's in front of 250 million people, 275 million people. They know goddamn well that little amount of wealth ain't gonna feed that many people. And they know that what it's gonna do is gonna lead a lot of motherfuckers to that edge, and that's gonna be the end of it. This is a do or die situation that our people is in today. You understand? I don't give a fuck what niggas out there telling you otherwise. You have to show this shit to a motherfucker and let them know that you are fully aware of the condition that you're in. You say you're building school. Okay, my nigga, build that school. Kudos to you. But how the fuck does it change the overall condition and that we are in as a people at the goddamn edge at this point in time? You ain't, nigga, you at the edge. Niggas is falling over the edge. Nah, what is the carrot? What do? They use the music. They use these rapping niggas to get up there and put these motherfucking Jews and these cars up there. They're inspiring. That's the carrot in front of to lead all these young niggas right to the edge, over the edge. You understand what I'm saying? Get these niggas to do shit, because most of these niggas not gonna be no major rap star. You ain't gonna be no major, NBA stars. They got a cap on that. You understand what I'm saying? How many motherfuckers they gonna bring in? So how in the fuck do you expect to achieve all this shit you see on this video, nigga, other than to get out here has to carry. But you got to understand that it's only 1% of the motherfucking wealth. Okay, it's only 1% of the wealth. I see my hold on. I see I'm in and out. I see I'm in and out. They're trying to fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to fuck with me. Okay? So, this is what they're doing. So the hip hop, the apparatus, and also the goddamn the degrees is also there. You understand? Because at the same time, that's why it don't matter, because we steady getting degrees, but we still slated to have no wealth. And that includes the niggas with degrees. You see what I'm saying? The niggas with degrees is in that systematic, a blueprint that they done laid out for our people of having no wealth. That includes black people with degrees. So while we going and spending all our time getting these degrees, that's what I'm saying. Education not gonna do it. It's not gonna goddamn do it. So if you continuing to go down, the degree shit is, and I don't want to, does that mean stop getting degree? I don't want to say don't, but we talking about what's gonna change the reality of black people. And I don't want to crush no niggas' aspirations that want to go and get some, develop himself in intellectual knowledge and shit. I don't want to tell a motherfucker not to do that. But it's just like niggas when we put it up in a nigga face, about working for the beast and wasting all your life and your time working for the beast. And, I hear some niggas say, well, I'm going to put some money up for the community, this, that, even though I'm working for the beast, I'm going to put some money up for the community. Okay, niggas, where the motherfucking pot at? Okay, I done heard 2 and 3 generations say that they was working for the beast to put some money up for the community. Nah, I'm asking where the pot at. Okay, what we got in the pot for all the niggas that been working for the beast, that been putting up some money for the community? How you gonna put up something for the community? You can't even put nothing up for your motherfucking self. You see what I'm saying? You can't even put nothing up for your motherfucking self. So the man on the motherfucking, on the donkey, he got 2 and 3 goddamn apparatuses. The 2 major 3 apparatuses is the music, the streets, and the university. Okay? And all of them niggas got niggas, why do we go to school? Because we want the houses, we want the luxury, we want the money, we want the cars, we want the status. Why do we bust the raps, nigga? Because we want the houses, we want the luxury, we want the money, we want the cars, we want the stat. Why do we bounce the ball? We want the houses, but goddamn it, it's only 1% of wealth out there. You understand what I'm saying? So the reality is, nigga, they using these apparatuses, you understand, to lure our people to the edge, because they know goddamn well it ain't enough wealth to give every nigga that's aspiring to get houses, luxury, money. It's not enough motherfucking wealth to spread among not only black people, Latinos, and other motherfuckers in this goddamn nation too. Okay, the white devil with 95% of the nation's wealth. Let me come on over here. Okay, showing you. This is from 2010, showing you. Okay, if you look at the graph, we go to the first. You understand? You see in the first row, you see the top 1%. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is 1983 to 2009. This report was put out in 2010. It's quite evident that the top, on this graph, the top 1% got 40.2% of all the wealth. Then you go to the next 4%, then they got 41.5% of the total wealth. So between the top 5% of whites in America, they got over 81% of the goddamn wealth. And if you go to the next 5%, which that'll bring it up to 90 goddamn percent. So 90% of the wealth with the top, 10%, but the top 1% got more money than the next, the next 4 and the next 9%. The top 1% got way more money than them. And matter of fact, they done snuck over there and took some of their goddamn money. That's why, ain't no middle class, all of that. When you go down and say upper middle class and, upper middle fifth, lower middle fifth, lowest fifth. You see what I'm saying? They didn't wipe the motherfucking middle class. Ain't no middle class. It's just rich and goddamn poor. You understand what I'm saying? So our people got to understand that, nigga, what the hell do you intend to do? You nigga, how can you go to the table and think you can, gamble with motherfuckers that got unlimited amount of money? And then what's killing, that's why I don't even want to read the other fake ass goddamn news reports, because not only do he got all the money, he print the money. Okay? Okay? What do we do, family? What do? We got to see the condition, and then once we see the condition, we understand we're in a hell of a month. And Marcus Garvey told us that. You understand what I'm saying? He told us that. And some of these niggas, and I must say it, you know what I'm saying? When Marcus Garvey got locked up, you had all type of frivolous ass niggas coming out here with these fake ass blueprints talking about national sovereignty and shit right here on this land. Niggas been striving, with fake philosophies. The Moore Science Temple got to speak on them niggas. You know what I'm saying? A dead in the water ass plan. Niggas over here faking like, and they locking their ass up too. You got niggas over here talking about they Aboriginal. You understand what I'm saying? Donald Trump gonna throw y'all motherfucking ass in a casket is what they gonna do. They ain't already set it up. That's dead in the water. You see what I'm saying? So the only motherfucking option for black people, nigga, is to realize the condition and stop all motherfucking frivolous practices of giving your resources over to anybody at this time. I don't give a fuck what it is. Nigga, this is about stacking. It's about getting that blueprint together and taking your motherfucking resources, making your program work. You see what I'm saying? All this talking about going to school, nigga, you can teach your kids at home. You understand what I'm saying? At this point in time, and get more out of it than sending their ass off to school to be brainwashed by a motherfucker that gonna teach them to go get a motherfucking degree, get in debt, and then don't have no job so that you can be depressed and do some dumb shit so the white man can lock your ass up at the end of the day. You understand? All these niggas with degrees, some of these niggas out here working at Starbucks. Niggas out there working that, and I don't want to throw no shade on no nigga, but the reality is a lot of niggas went and got degrees only to go do, little minimum wage motherfucking job, because at the end of the day, you could get the degree, but it's up to the white man that own all this percentage. Why because he own all this company. That means he could dictate who he hire and who he don't hire. Okay, so he already know he not gonna hire you. He already did. That's why you think you got such a high unemployment rate. You understand? You got a high unemployment rate because the man that own all the motherfucking corporations have decided that they're not gonna hire you. If you got dreadlocks, nigga, you can't get hired. You know what I'm saying? You got to literally give up your whole, social cultural identity to do a minimum wage fucking job. You see what I'm saying? They don't want you to have no identity with Africa. So the same slave laws that they put on the book, damn near 400 years, it's still on the goddamn books. You see what I'm saying? If you too goddamn black, nigga, we don't want you up in here. You understand what I'm saying? It's still on the book, still slave laws on the book right now today. So not only do he have all the wealth, we got to understand why he has all the wealth. He has all the wealth because he has monopolized all corporations, all goddamn corporations and major industry in this country. And not just in the country, in many aspects all around the world. Okay, and once we understand that and understand he's not going to give you no job and he's not meant to outdo him in this country, nigga, it's time to step away from that slave thinking of going and spending all your life getting degrees, working these old fake ass jobs. You spending your life working at Burger King, and the only thing when your ass die you got to give is your goddamn your children some goddamn, some receipts from goddamn Burger King. You know what I'm saying? Some goddamn tax returns from Burger Kings or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's all you got to give. And you wonder why these damn babies, we got to step away from that. We got to have community meetings every motherfucking day about how to turn this shit around. And whatever money we do have, we can flip that because, you know, we are very creative in everything that we do. You understand what I'm saying? But we got to be speaking at the church, at the mosque, which they not going to do. Every day on this motherfucking internet and off the internet, not giving them the strategic information, but giving our people general information of the predicament that they in, and the only motherfucking way out. You understand what I'm saying? Any other way is destined for self-destruction and total annihilation of African people. That's it. When you're looking at Africa, you got over 1.5 billion. But many of them is still over there in the slave reality. You understand? France and the European colonial powers is still over there. You understand what I'm saying? Behind the scene, where the leaders is fleecing the goddamn people of all the resources of the land, and they still over there eating out the goddamn garbage and shit. You know what I'm saying? While these motherfuckers at the top is, living like kings and queens off the backs and blood, sweat, and tears of the poor. And that's a damn shame. So it got to be a revolution all over the damn planet with African people. Yes, it's going to have to be a revolution in Africa. Yes, it's going to have to be. Them niggas is going to have to be removed from power by force. You understand what I'm saying? Because, our destiny is in Africa and our inheritance is in Africa. Those people that sold our ancestors, and it wasn't all African, but that 5% of niggas that sold, they know that the Africans that they sold had wealth. Those Africans were your ancestors. So them Africans had wealth that was left back in Africa, which would have went as inheritance to their descendants. You are a descendant. So you have stake in Africa. I don't give a fuck which one of them say shit. You know what I'm saying? You running around there cooning for them goddamn crackers. As soon as they come over there, you giving them all the, props and giving them all, what leeway into taking over Africa. And then when we come over there and speak up for the plight that we in, y'all want to turn y'all back and act like y'all don't hear what the fuck we talking about. Sometimes you can't ask a motherfucker for what's yours. Sometimes you got to go in a motherfucking mouth and take what's yours. That's just the fact. So again, we looking at the fact that the ancestors that came here, so we are owed reparations on many different levels, coming from Africa, coming from Europe, coming from the Europeans here that worked our ancestors for 400 years. We are owed reparations from Africa because those Africans that were brought here left wealth back in Africa. Okay, and so when they came over here, that don't mean that's not their wealth no more. That was their wealth. They have wealth in land. They have wealth in resources. They have wealth in jewels and jewelry, just like anybody else. And that was left and it was stolen. You understand what I'm saying? And so that is a part of our inheritance. When them Jews over there in Germany, when the Germans did them Jews, they went and got every motherfucking dollar. And then they made nations and shit. And the United States is paying in taxes. God damn it. They're sending over trillions of dollars to Israel right now. And so if they could send trillions of dollars to Israel, why the fuck we ain't got no reparations? And our Holocaust happened right here on this soil. And them motherfuckers Holocaust happened in Europe. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We even out of our taxes pay for Holocaust museums in America, funded by the taxpayers. You understand what I'm saying? And there's not one major Holocaust museum of African people on this soil that white people don't run. Okay, if they run it, you ain't gonna get it like it's supposed to be got. You see what I'm saying? Let me come over here. Let me come out of this and get where I need to be. You see what I'm saying? Let me get where I need to be. We're in the house, family. I have to go over this. We can't come in and listen to this. Let's talk about it. If 2 to 4 weeks of not getting paid will put the average person in peril of being evicted from their homes, imagine what 400 years of not getting paid will do to a people, okay? Who work from sun up to sundown, labor, stolen inventions, stolen creative property, stolen sovereignty over indigenous lands and resources. You see what I'm saying? So this will show you what the plight of our peoples is in. Imagine if you working right now today at your job and you motherfucker told you you got to go home. You understand? For 2 to 4 weeks and not get paid. And them and your goddamn note. You know, the note on your car. You got to pay you know the note on your car. You got to pay your rent. You got to your light bill, your water bill. You understand what I'm saying? 4 weeks of not getting paid and you working. Just imagine you working and don't get paid. I ain't gonna say they sent you home. Just imagine you work 4 weeks and don't get paid. Just like them motherfuckers where they shut the government down. Don't get paid. You understand? You in peril. You understand what I'm saying? Now imagine 400 motherfucking years of not getting paid. If 4 weeks will put the average motherfucker in peril, if 6 weeks will put the average motherfucker in peril, imagine what working 400 and not getting paid. And like I said, we didn't ask for that. I'm tired of even saying that we didn't get paid because we didn't fill out no applications for this shit no goddamn way. Because when you think about what they could have paid us versus what Africa, our own community, would have looked like if we took that same effort of what we put in the building and built our own goddamn nation, you couldn't even pay us a fucking enough. You understand what I'm saying? Versus us staying at home and building up our own great nation. You see what I'm saying? So even when you look at that, see, when you talking about what they owe us, you got to look at versus, what they think they owe us versus what we could have done if we stayed back at home in Africa. You see what I'm saying? Imagine that. So you got, when we start talking about the numbers and shit, the numbers is too astronomical for anybody to think that white people ever give you a piece of that at all. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you look at what they do, they still doing the same thing in Africa. They down in Venezuela now. You understand what I'm saying? So you think they're going to give you some reparation to upbuild Africa? You understand what I'm saying? To upbuild Africa and upbuild you? You think they're going to do that and give you the power to overthrow the shackles of European slavery on Africa? They're not going to do it. So, I mean, we already about put ourselves in this mind state of what it's really going to take to get up out of this predicament. You see what I'm saying? And most people, when they see that they in a predicament like that, and they ain't never been in no predicament like what black people is in. They ain't never been in no goddamn predicament like what black people is in. So you really, we talking about the Sisyphean Sisyphean task, okay? The Sisyphean task is when you rolling the motherfucking ball up the hill, okay? And you roll it all the way up the hill for the motherfucker to roll right back down the goddamn hill, okay? So that's what black people been doing for the last motherfucking 400 years, whether it was civil rights, whether it was Tulsa, Oklahoma. We rolled them in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we was rolling that motherfucker up the hill. Okay, if we could have used Tulsa as a blueprint for cities all over the goddamn country, you know what I'm saying? That we was on our way to the top. We was on our way to some real black power. All we had to do was add that with some Marcus Garvey and take that blueprint on to the crib, and we would have been tight. But soon as we got that motherfucker to the close, here come the bomb in the Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here come one of the greatest mass, riot, where you talking about mass murders in history. You see what I'm saying? Where you talking about thousands of black people. We talking about business owners. We talking about teachers. We talking about all types of, African people in high echelons of society and was murdered, and all the wealth was taken. All of it was taken. They burnt the businesses and shit. They burnt the schools. They burnt all of that. So the ball come rolling all the way back down the hill. And so we got to roll the motherfucker. And so that's another devastating thing, because people act like we have not tried to do great work in this country. We have tried to do great work. And then when we get the motherfucker close to the top, then the bitch roll all the way. And so we find ourselves working and doing this shit over and over and over. It says, as a punishment from the gods for his trickery, King Cephissus was made to roll a huge boulder up a steep hill, but before he could reach the top of the hill, the rock would always roll back down, forcing him to begin again. The maddening nature of the punishment was reserved for King Cephissus due to his hubristic belief that his cleverness surpassed that of Zeus. As a result, when King Cephissus was condemned to his punishment, Zeus displayed his own cleverness by binding King Cephissus to an eternity of frustration with the boulder rolling away from King Cephissus when he neared the top of the hill. Okay, so they understand what they're doing to us. You understand what I'm saying? They'll let us go down so far and move up, in particular movements so far, and then pull the motherfucking rug. And why when he pulls the rug from up under your ass and the ball go rolling all the way back down, you got to remember he's still increasing. He's still increasing. He's still increasing. So while you got to start over again, he's steady increasing. All the major industry, he never had to go back to the bottom. You understand what I'm saying? So when you understand that, and you want to know why the disparity between us, number one, they didn't bring us here to get wealth. That's number one. They didn't bring you here to have a beautiful black family. You niggas want to have a beautiful black family in the belly of the beast. Let me tell you something. The white man, so if you're going to have one, you got to be revolutionary minded. You understand? That's the only way you're going to have one, because he did not bring your ass over here to have no beautiful black family. Black people want to do all the things within the belly of the beast that the white man didn't bring your ass over here to do. You see, and so that's another, state of confusion for our people that keep us locked thinking he got the nature to even give you what he is not going to give you. He's not going to give you the opportunity to have. That's why he with your woman on the motherfucking TV all the time. Every time you see a black woman up on the damn TV and she in a major role, she kissing a white boy in the mouth. Seriously. You understand? Seriously, it's that way. Rarely do you ever see a black woman starring in a major role or a black man starring in a major role and they got a brother or sister on the opposite side of them. I got sick of watching Denzel ass, because every time I look at that nigga, he's saving a white woman. Shit. You know what I'm saying? The only time I seen that nigga on, in a leading role with a black woman, goddamn it, was damn near Malcolm X. Shit, after that nigga was saving a white woman every film that nigga been in, or a little white baby. You understand what I'm saying? He the bodyguard and all this shit. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at every time you see The Last Samurai, The Last Mohican, and it's always a white boy. It don't even be the motherfucking race it come from. So when I looked at The Last Samurai, it was motherfucking Tom Cruise. You look at The Last Mohican, it was a white boy. And they're going to have a movie called The Last Nigga, starring Tom Cruise. That's what the fuck is The Last Nigga. There's going to be starring Tom Cruise. They won't even put you in your own goddamn movie. You see what I'm saying? So so that right there let you know they didn't bring you over here to have no aspiring, strong black family. That's not, that's not in their cards to do that. You see what I'm saying? So as long as you're here, they're going to be breaking up the family one way or another. The white boy got all the wealth, got all the corporation, so he going to play that card on you and your woman. You understand what I'm saying? If she want any type of wealth, in reality, it's going to look like she need him. You know what I'm saying? So the only way you gonna have any type of motherfucking black family is gonna be a revolutionary mind where y'all step out of the paradigm. You understand what I'm? That's the only way it's gonna happen. You stay in that goddamn paradigm, that motherfucker controls your reality. You see what I'm saying? Today's leaders have the daunting task of getting the people's plight back above the point of no return. You understand what I'm saying? That ball got to quit rolling all the way back down. And the way it's going to stop rolling is niggas quit having these frivolous ideas of what success is for the people. You understand what I'm saying? Today, like I say, any individual that's listening to this message, number one, you got to first foremost start with yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, you can't just say no group. It take, you got to start with self. Who am I? How I'm going to get there? How I'm going to get my shit together? And so I can help another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing you do once you understand this is stop immediately. Get a economic program together where you're going to stop giving away the majority of your resources for damn near anything right now at this time until you get enough money where you can make some major moves with. As hard as it sounds, it's enough of us out here that could do that. Making a couple of, we spending too much money at the liquor store, spending too much money at the weed dispensary. We going to the club too goddamn much. It's a lot of niggas you can just write off. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is by the time the goddamn grains of sand crash through the hourglass, it's going to catch a whole lot of niggas up. So we can't, that's another frivolous idea of thinking that everybody going to make it. No, everybody ain't going to make it. Everybody ain't supposed to make it. You understand? That's just the reality. We too far behind the goddamn 8 ball to think that everybody can make it. But the majority of people can make it. You understand what I'm saying? The majority of people still can make it, but a lot of people just, and because they mentally, deformed and, they mentally crippled, just like Marcus Garvey said, you just got to write them motherfuckers off. So if you running behind a frivolous program of we all gonna get it together, that's just like going to the goddamn edge. Nigga, you don't understand the reality that everybody ain't gonna make it. So every time, we say, oh, why we can't, you still keep pushing this when we gonna all get together. Nigga, you following the carrot, nigga, because understandably, we not all gonna make it. That's why you should worry about yourself first, and the group should have come. It's gonna fall into place. If everybody is taking care of business, that's the most essential thing. Just in case the shit jump off, if we on our individual thing, we didn't develop to where if the shit jump off, we can come together and mash our skills and our intellect together. But if you waiting on a mass awakening and you ain't developing for self, if some shit jump off, ain't nobody got no development and no skills of nothing. You see what I'm saying? So, we got to worry about motherfucking self today. You see what I'm saying? We got to worry about self today. We got to develop self. You know what I'm saying? Keeping them dollars in your goddamn pocket. You understand what I'm saying? So if you want to go to Africa and you want to go, you can get up off your ass and go over there. But if you're going to spend, we don't understand the amount of money that we spend on shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to sit back and add that shit up. I say, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, please. Nigga, don't act like you can't go nowhere. Don't act like you can't make no moves. You understand what I'm saying? You just ain't got the heart to do that. You know what I'm saying? When you understand that the Chinese is trying to cripple you and destroy you, and they are, why do you continue? I don't buy shit from them motherfuckers. A very little amount of where it don't add up to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop. If niggas stop spending their motherfucking money with them goddamn beauty supplies or go out of business, you got Africans doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They buying all their shit from the Chinese. Everybody buying their shit from the Chinese. You understand what I'm saying? Even African Senate niggas is buying their shit. And I've got to say that. I love you. You understand? But because you switch oppressors, don't showing you that them motherfuckers is actually wanting to do the same thing and is doing the same thing that the white boy is doing. He trying to take control of the world. And so you think about running from this one and running in that one, you doing better than what you was doing. You're doing the same motherfucking thing. You know, it's like we switching oppressors. We don't want to do for self. You see what I'm saying? I used to see niggas, you know, come in with the red, black, and green flag. And I, you know, after a while, once I seen that, you know, they was making them in Taiwan and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I would flip it over. Every time I see them a red, black, and green flag, I'll flip that motherfucker over. And just to see if that motherfucker said made in Taiwan, I'll be like, man, get this shit out of here. You know, don't come bring me no red, black, and green flag, nigga, that's made in Taiwan. Niggas don't read. And I talk to a lot of people around the country, and the motherfucking Chinese, you know, regardless to what we was making, they would try to even come into African-centered stores, and they'll see what you making. And them motherfuckers will go back and duplicate it and goddamn be selling it to the community, your own culture. You understand what I'm saying? That shit don't belong to you. That belong to them. All the patches and shit that niggas be putting on they goddamn, you know, this shit is crazy. All the African patches and shit that you iron on, let's be real about it. A lot of motherfucking Chinese is making that shit, okay? That's not real, nigga. That's not reality, nigga. We supposed to be getting that from our people. So in reality, when niggas thinking they doing something slick, yeah, you're doing a little something, but you ain't really, they do. The white man is doing the same thing. He at the mercy of the Chinese now. But so that's not empowering us. You know what I'm saying? Because we need businesses. We need our people making shoes. That's what Booker T. Washington was talking about. We need to be sewing our own clothes. You know what I'm saying? We need to be doing that. You know, not the damn Chinese. So that shit ain't real. And so this is what we talking about. We talking about owning everything in the total African control. And so when I say that, niggas they motherfucking lip can twitch and they eyes can twitch. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I speak to reality of where we at as a people. And so 228 years, they talking about, bitch, please, we ain't nobody, that's generations. They expecting you niggas to sit over here and work for nothing until they get you to the point where they can extinguish your ass. Nigga, the same, the Englishman is a German tribe. Them is Hitler, and the American white man is blood cousins. They Germans. And so matter of fact, Hitler learned all the shit that he learned it from America. You talking about eugenics and all the shit that they was putting into play. You understand? Hitler said it. He learned it from this community over here. This motherfucker got the most vile program of extinguishing people on the planet. You understand what I'm saying? You got to worry about when you go to the motherfucking doctor, what's going in your vein. So you can't have them put nothing in your vein because these motherfuckers sterilize you, putting diseases in your body, tell you anything. You don't know what's in the goddamn vial. You know what I'm saying? So now you under threat of medical genocide because, nigga, you got the doctors and shit with a eugenic program behind the scene, putting all type of viruses and all type of diseases in your body. And then once they put it in there, then they're going to send you down to the right aid, which is the wrong aid, give you all the goddamn pills. So they the biggest dope man, the biggest, putting all the diseases in motherfuckers. So this is what you up against. So you're going to sit over here and act like this is not happening to you. You see what I'm saying? And so too many generations then let this shit go down, and ain't saying nothing, scared, and I understand our people, after seeing so many brothers and sisters hanging from the damn, and that's what terrorized our people into not saying nothing a lot of time. Any of them niggas down here talking about some revolution? No, sir, no, sir. If you hear a nigga talking some revolution and you don't come tell me, Leroy, you know what I'm gonna do to you, boy? Yes, sir, no, sir. I would never do that, sir. I'll tell right as soon as I see that shit. I'm gonna tell you, sir. You understand what I'm saying? And so they put an effective program down that if we hear, you know what? Find me 10 niggas. We looking for one nigga, but we believe you niggas knew some shit was going on and you didn't come tell. Give me 10 niggas. Put them niggas up on that tree. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they'll do. And so they'll go find them 10 niggas and put up on the goddamn tree. You understand? And what does that do? That terrorizes the people to where, you know, if a nigga try to or say something, he massa, this nigga over here talking revolution. So that just, you know, that destroys any aspiration of motherfuckers trying to get up out of the condition. Keep them on the plantation. Okay, like the plantation patrol. If a nigga, keep them on the plantation, keep it, because you didn't seen too much. You know what I'm saying? You didn't seen too much. So if you and a nigga out, you know, y'all in the streets and y'all niggas working the streets and shit, and you got 5 niggas at the table, and then all of a sudden one nigga say, you know what? I want to get up from I don't want to be down no more. What you mean, nigga? You don't want to be down no more. Nigga, you done seen everything, nigga, that been happening, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You done seen all my ins and outs. You done seen all my connects. You done seen all the business and shit, nigga, that we, you know, and now you want to get up. And so, nigga, you already know, okay, all right, dog, we'll holler at you. Go ahead. And as soon as that nigga walk out the door, he go, you gonna take care of that? Yeah, okay. Take care of that. You understand what I'm saying? So you done been in here so long that in reality, it's in his best benefit not to have you leave the plantation. You understand what I'm saying? He rather for you to go into the gas chamber than leave and take your energy and go give it to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So they can have some insight on him and what he doing. So you think they want that? So you got to look at all the parameters around you. You understand? And the reality of the condition that you in. These niggas out here ain't talking about none of that. These niggas is bootlicking ass Wall Street Negroes. They're gonna tell you about some wall, just like that last started with that market watch shit. But once you put the big picture out there of where we at and who got all the money, and not just all the wealth, all of the industry, and not just all of the wealth, and not just all of the industry printing the money, it's over with. You can't beat him in his own game. You got to have your own game. You know, you got to come out of his paradise. You got to come up out of his paradise and start your own reality. And like I say, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad, them was the biggest, you know, Dr. Ben, these is the biggest teachers of the age that was showing, and we have to go back and eat it up, nigga. 2-3 videos and get some knowledge on how we can, you know, move around and do this, you know. But I know one thing: giving up your resources today, rapping for these motherfuckers, rapping this garbage. You know what I'm saying? You know, allowing our babies to be taken and, you know, taught to be even more criminal today than generations before and shit, and, you know, criminal in the way of just killing their own minds and shit, dope fiends and shit, you know, taking all this crazy shit. We got to move our babies up out of here. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to always be under threat by these goddamn people. They can't thrive and be the powerful intellectual gods and goddesses they was meant to be in a society like this. And that's why they enraged. That's why they enraged, and they enraged at us because we ain't even showed them the goddamn what's happening. You understand? We trying to clean shit up. We trying not to say nothing. We too busy working at Chryslers and GMs and shit, you know, ready to get that pension, ready to retire, while they exterminating the children, you know, locking up the women. It's crazy. It's crazy, but we is putting it out there today, and today and the previous days to let you know the predicament that we're in. And it can't be no one video. You know what I'm saying? This is reality, because again, we could put up all the motherfucking videos we want with the history. You understand what I'm saying? Glorifying shit and stroking a motherfucking ego. We built it. Let's build them again. But how do we get started? We got to quit stroking our ego. These motherfuckers is over in Egypt, still running Egypt today. You understand what? It's not enough to put on the necklace and put on the shirts and shit. They got to come up off the soil. They got to come up. That's a part of the reality. That's a part of the, the revolutionary struggle and not just struggle, the revolutionary fight. Fuck the struggle. The revolutionary fight of our people to free Africa of all the invaders and the niggas that's in cahoots with the invaders. So we talking about a cleansing of the planet Earth. You understand? It must happen. And it starts with you. It starts here. You understand? The first motherfucker you got to defeat is the one in your mind that's confusing you about reality. You understand what I'm saying? And once you understand, as we went over, the condition you in, you can't be out here fucking off with these niggas. These niggas will have your ass and your babies who depending on you, and I'm going to go over that just one more time, who depending on you to spend your life, pushing the ideals of liberation forward. So when you pass on, you got something for them. You got to look back at them children, and not just no economic where they got some, they got some land. Now outside of this shit, if he can control it and take it, watch that motherfucking documentary, Banish. Go watch it. That's just one city particularly where they know they had the shit in the paper. Ran niggas out. Just ran them out. Took their shit, took their houses, took their land, and they was doing that all over the country. So you had land, but they not telling you that many of these people then took your shit. So if you working and you rolling this goddamn ball up the hill for a motherfucker come take your shit, where you got to keep continuously, that's what's crippling. That's what I mean about running around. The white race was able to run around the goddamn track, 4,000 times before they shot the gun. You understand what I'm saying? For you to take off, as soon as you took off, a motherfucker stuck his foot out and tripped you. As soon as you know what I'm saying? God damn, you know what I'm saying? So when you got a motherfucker that setting you up, and then motherfuckers got enough nerve talking about, I don't need reparations. I don't need reparations. You foolish ass nigga, because you asking for what you're crippled without it. And then the money don't mean shit, because like I said, when you look at versus 400 years of working for white people under this duress and, mass amount of terrorism, you ain't even at your intellectual peak, even though you got Africans that's doing great things, versus that 400 years under terrorism and slavery versus working 400 years in your intellectual height. You understand where you would be in your intellectual height, not living under terrorism versus, and so that ain't no trade-off. That ain't no motherfucking trade-off. You understand what I'm saying? That is not no goddamn trade-off. You understand what I'm saying? So the air, our goddamn people, because his nasty ass was over there violating, and you can see that they violate each other. You ain't getting nothing from him. You ain't get all that oil in all them cities over there that they built up off of our back. That's our land over there. That ain't their land. They was goat herders, been goddamn goat herders. You see what I'm saying? So you're not going to get nothing. He's selling poison to you right there on your goddamn corner. He can't go to Bahrain and goddamn Kuwait and goddamn, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and open up liquor stores over there and sell their own people liquor and pork and shit. They come right on over here and set up all type of liquor stores selling your ass poison to keep your mind confused, knowing they can't do it. So what they doing over here in the black community, they doing in Africa on a grander scale. Same shit, pillaging the continent. And then you got all them niggas. I done seen niggas that'll go in the Arab store and that Arab will get them niggas crumbs and them niggas are sitting there with their weak ass sucking the Arab dick. I'm just gonna say it just like that. And will snitch on. I done seen it on the damn Korean video when them sisters being there, and I done seen nigga grab the sister for the Chinese man. I seen the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't tax niggas for crossing the family. That's something that's got to happen. You got to tax niggas for crossing the family. Anybody else? You understand what I'm saying? I was just watching Goodfellas. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody, you didn't watch that? I watched it. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't touch, you can't, if you go against the family, nigga, that's automatic. You understand? But they got rules to the game. You know what I'm saying? You can't go just bumping your motherfucking gums on nobody. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get goddamn permission, nigga. You understand? You can't just go whack no motherfucker. You got to get permission, nigga. You don't just go do what the fuck you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's rules to the family. It's rules to the, that keep the structure together. You understand? For everybody within the structure. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas, so, in any other race, the shit that niggas is doing today on, niggas' heads would have been then rolled. You'd have been found these niggas. But not only do their head don't roll, they continue to go up and up and up and up in society. Niggas can point them out and say, nigga did this, that, and the third. Still here, still going, taking the family deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into confusion. Still here. And just like Marcus Garvey say, in most other races, the lowest of the low is, that's the lowest part of the race, the traders and shit. But in the black race, it tends to be the higher echelons, the leaders. You understand? That show you right there. Because if they starve motherfuckers, all they had to do is put a couple crumbs out there. When you starving, nigga, a crumb is like, nigga, a meal. That a crumb become a meal. You understand what I'm saying? So they gonna put a couple of crumbs out there, feed niggas like the, little dog, throwing biscuits, doggy biscuits out there. You know what I'm saying? You see the motherfucking dog, and he throwing one at a time, and you will see all the motherfuckers grouped together and goddamn fighting. You know what I'm saying? You could throw one goddamn doggy biscuit out there, and motherfuckers is fighting. That's because they done starved the people. And so if they can control the economic apparatus of this goddamn nation and the world, they can continue to create these type of niggas that are, for any little crumb, they will commit any violation against their own. They don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to take our people out, we got to take all of that out their hand. Education can't be just, okay, I'm going to get another school. Fuck this whole nation as far as that concerned. Education, nigga, is in the home. That's where it's at. If you're not educating your family of what this shit at the crib, I don't give a fuck going outside. This is ground zero. The crib is ground motherfucking zero. The basis of what should be taught should be taught at the crib. So that's where they get their fun. So if they go outside the crib and a motherfucker teach them anything, averse to what's being taught in the crib, they'll know. It's like, nigga, my mom and daddy done taught me better than that, nigga. And ask them to goddamn, how's this gonna change? Look, and that's all the baby got to ask, nigga. Look, the white people own all the wealth, they own all the major industry, they print the money. So as you teach me this, explain to me how it's gonna, change this bottom line of black people having nothing. Okay, we look and show you too. Come on over here, PhD. We got more PhDs than any motherfucker in any time in history. And we still slated to have no goddamn wealth. And that all the PhDs and all the degrees is still fighting for that 1% with the rest of the 250 motherfucking million niggas. So if I go get the degree and we get all degree, that means all black people can get a goddamn degree. They can get the PhD. And that ain't gonna mean a motherfucking thing to the bottom line. So if it do not change the bottom line, it don't, what the fuck do it mean? You know what I'm saying? So when you thinking about, and I've just put it out as if a motherfucker put a plan out, I congratulate you. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We getting schools everywhere. But is we gonna wait? If you get an elementary school, I'm gonna say that. And just say that and be and still support what they doing. You understand what I'm saying? Continue what you do. But if you get an 12 years old and they talking about we gonna be slated to, which we ain't got no wealth now. But how the fuck is one school of maybe 400 babies gonna change the reality? What education is gonna cause them to, change the reality of this 1% having, and the next 4% having so much wealth, having so much land, having, owning the damn Federal Reserve, owning all of that, and then they agenda to wipe us out anyway. How the fuck do it change the bottom line? And that hurt. That hurt. That hurt, goddammit. That hurt when you tell a motherfucker, how does that change the bottom motherfucking line? It don't. It don't. So when motherfuckers talking about they know God, Garvey say, I'm giving you niggas 200 years. That's what he said. Go back and read do y'all read that? He said that. He said within 200 years that the white race will master all industry, technology, and mechanisms. You understand what I'm saying? And when he do that, if we do not have a nation of our own for our own people, we will be slated for extermination. Do y'all? So when niggas say they understand, Marcus Garvey intended us to be in Africa a long time ago. That's what he was already getting the ship. He said it would take him 50 years. He said he couldn't do it all, but it would take him no less than 50 years. He could get us, back home and, get the nation running. You know what I'm saying? That's been over a damn 100-some years ago. So you got to look at where Marcus Garvey was and where we at and what he actually taught. And what actually he taught that came true. And when he said that the other races will be brought in here to minimize us as a people, that we will fall back from number 2 to number 3 to number 4, already happened. Already the motherfucking happened. So the reality is Marcus Garvey was a prophet. A lot of it didn't happen already, but the blueprint was right and exact. And I'm going to start to end with this. No matter how far you go down the motherfucking wrong road, if you go on to motherfucking New York and you headed to San Diego, you understand what I'm saying? You going south while you're doing it. If you keep going and you're not going, and you was intended to go to goddamn New York, you going the wrong way, nigga. You're not going to get there. You're not gonna motherfucking get there. So if you was originally headed for New York, but your ass is on your way to San Diego, you got to turn back around. You got to turn back around. And many of these groups out here, these motherfuckers is pointing you away from reality. These niggas is out here going to get white boys at the lake, Ron L. Hubbard, and all of that shit. Man, nigga, you a failure. You is a failure, nigga. Straight up. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I say it to you and understand to your face. You's a failure. If at this late date, and they talking about where we already got it, what the fuck is Ron Hubbard teaching that gonna change? You always ask them. You run it down on their ass. Motherfucking white race got all the wealth. All the major industry. Locked. It ain't gonna even change. Locked, nigga. You understand? You NBC, ABC, CBS, that's them, and they only allow so many. So that's how they build their cartel. Lock it. Okay, can't add no more. You understand? AT&T, on the technology, AT&T damn near is motherfucking is contracting all the other ones out. I don't give a fuck if it's Boost, Sprint, rest of them motherfuckers, this, that, and the third. It's about 2 major ones. I know AT&T is one, and the other motherfucker that's out there, they contracting all the other motherfuckers out. Even when you go on cable, it's only like 5 to 6 major media companies. They contracting it's locked. So if you think you got an opportunity to get into mass industry, you're wrong. You're wrong on that. Now, you can get a couple dollars, and having a couple dollars don't mean you have industry, nigga. That don't mean you got no industry. Is totally different, nigga. That's the monopolizing of technology. When you monopolize the technology, you monopolize the industry, nigga. Shipbuilding and all of that, nigga, on the international scale. What ships niggas got? What ships niggas got? Nigga, you can't even get a little yacht to go on the lake, nigga. You can, half you niggas ain't even got one of them little fishing boats. Nigga, you could throw out in a little, a little ass river. You understand? To go fishing in, letting on some major industry where we talk about ships. And that's where we gotta go. So we ain't no niggas in no major industry, no motherfucking where. You lying. You is a lying motherfucker if you say we is. You know what I'm saying? Your ass is contracted. If you got a little something, your ass is being contracted out by big dog. Nigga, that's just the way it go. You's a little nigga looking for a contract from a big dog. I love you. I want better for you. But I got to tell the broader people the motherfucking reality and the truth. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you get out of that? You got to first get out of the mentality of continuing to work for the white man and then tell your babies, I'm working for the white man so I could put up a couple dollars for the community, for the uplift, for the redemption. So motherfuckers been saying that for 2-3 generations. And all I'm going to ask today, where is the pot? For all you niggas working for the white man. So reality is you work for the white man all your motherfucking life. At the end of the day, you have nothing to pass to your babies. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? And so when the motherfucking white boy died, his daddy and mama got $1 million motherfucking insurance policy, got houses, got land. They automatically get something. Niggas don't get shit but a bill looking, because your daddy and mama ain't probably had no life insurance. So most of us be begging to find, and looking for, ways to put your family down. I see it every time. We don't even have fucking life insurance to put our family properly in the ground. We have to ask around and get it up under stress. You understand? To get just to lay our family in the ground. Let no one have something left over. You understand what I'm saying? So soon as you pass, you become a burden. No, you ain't passed. You become a burden. You become a goddamn burden because your children have to look for ways to put you down. That's reality. So we got to wake up today. We got to wake up, family. But the general is on the job. I'm on the job. So this was I couldn't come with no 1 or 2. You understand what? Because that ain't enough. We got to be blowing this motherfucking horn every week. This is the reality that we in. And then now we're going to have a series of videos, showing a blueprint, you understand, of what you could be doing in your household right now to reverse this. You understand what I'm saying? And you can do that, starting with your household. And then as you look out and you see other households that's working in the same energy, then we could talk about these niggas ain't ready for no group mission. Fuck that, nigga. Get your motherfucking self-program together and do it quickly, nigga. Get on your, sit down and have your brainstorming on who you are, what your destiny is. You understand what I'm saying? How you gonna get there? Who the fuck you gonna take with you? Who you fuck you gonna leave behind? That's gonna put all of that. Why we can't get them, bitch? Fuck that. When you understand, everybody ain't supposed to be. Don't keep asking a dumbass question. Why we can't all, why we, bitch, shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. When you already, see, that's another defeating ass motherfucking man. Why we, bitch, we ain't supposed to all do it. That's what's wrong with you. And the reason why you asking that motherfucker, because you ain't strong as self. You the reason why, because if you was doing what you was supposed to be doing, you wouldn't even worry about it. If you see a motherfucker moving in the direction, then you ain't even got to ask, what's up, bro? What's up, sis? I see you over there making them move. I see you too, brother. I see you over there what's happening? What y'all? Yeah, well, let's have dinner and let's talk about it. Fuck what a nigga ain't got and gonna do. He ain't gonna do shit. So what the fuck is wrong with you? Keep asking these defeatist ass questions about why we can't get nothing together, because too many niggas is weak at self. If you do not have no cell program, it's nothing you can add to a community. You see what I'm saying? And that's why niggas can come out into a lecture, into a community event. You can get 1,000 motherfuckers be like, black power, black power. See, and so a weak nigga can hide in a group. A weak nigga can hide. All he had to do is holler, black power, black power. Motherfucker go right out the door and do white power. That's exactly what he gonna do. So in a group setting, you know, it can, you know, it can make an illusion. You understand what I'm saying? It's an illusion when you get a group together. But when you separate them niggas and shine the light on they self, the self-development, then you gonna see who shouldn't even be in the goddamn community. You got to start with self. You cannot start with community. So all these niggas out here claiming they exposing a motherfucker, this, that, bitch, fuck you, nigga. You ain't exposing nobody out here, nigga. You weak. Is when you spend so much time thinking you exposing another motherfucker, you actually show a lot of weakness of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's a reality. And I see too, you know, and it's some motherfuckers that need to be exposed. But again, I'm gonna go over this and I'm gonna move over to General Setty's page, family. We got all these niggas out here exposing, right? How does it change the bottom line? Okay? We can expose 2, 3, 4 motherfuckers. Okay? But just like when we talk about book niggas, we got book niggas, we got reference niggas, we got exposing niggas. That's all they do is expose, 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 expose. But the bottom line, when the babies is down here looking for a blueprint, we got to ask the question, how does, you know, and we supposed to expose. But by doing the right thing and moving away from these niggas, they become exposed. When you got a blueprint, that's going to expose the nigga. You understand what I'm saying? If he ain't teaching nothing that's going to change that body, that's exposing the nigga, moving away from the nigga. That's exposing them. Just, you know, continuously on this motherfucking internet, exposing everybody. All you doing is exposing yourself that you scared of reality. And you really don't have no information that you can add to help change this bottom line. By bringing the people to consciousness and understanding of the predicament that they is in, that's going to give you the information to, like, nigga, yeah, you say you bringing what to me? And I mean this. I'm not playing no motherfucking game with you out there. You can get mad all you want to. You can say whatever the fuck you want to. I didn't put some power in your motherfucking hand in these last 3 motherfuckers because I'm showing you the motherfucking condition that you cannot lie, nigga. You cannot lie. And so the question I'm gonna ask you is when the motherfucker come to you and your family, and you know the bottom line, you know where you at, you know where all the ramifications of the reality we in, you should be asking motherfucker, well, my nigga, how does it change this? How the fuck do it change this right here, this bottom motherfucking line? How does it change it? And if you don't see, you know, that's power. That's power right there. That's power. Motherfucker, it's not going to change the bottom line. You got the power to just, in real talk, say, you know what? It's not going to change this bottom line. You know what I'm saying? I think that gives you the power to tweak a nigga like, well, you know, I think you should do such and such and such and such and such. You understand what I'm saying? When you go to these motherfucking meetings out here with these niggas, you got some power in your hand if you got that. Because you can question his ass right on the stage. Well, brother, this is the condition, and be quick with it. Ba, 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 ba. Bitch, this is where we at. Ba, this is where we at. This is where we at. This is reality. We ain't going. And so, can you give us a time schedule and, you know, realistically, what, you know, this program that you got right here, in working this program, how does it change the reality of what we in? Okay? No manufacturing, no land, you know, no wealth to hand down to the baby. You got a rogue government that's pulling the rug from up under us all the goddamn time, where we got to start over and over and over while they continuing to develop we going back and back and back and deeper, and the reality is becoming so depressing and stressing to people is giving up hope because they so deep in the motherfucking hole they can't see coming out of it. And so if we don't stop, motherfuckers say, you got to damn near, it could be going 1,000 miles an hour. You got to damn near stick your motherfucking feet and just, you know what I'm saying, to stop this motherfucker. Because if you continue to go this motherfucking way, the reality is you're not going to make it. And somebody should tell you that. You in the possibility of being in a predicament of not making it. Okay? I don't want to hear none of all this glorification or motherfuckers talking about each. Yes, we could do that again. But you got to realize we didn't do that being no maids and no motherfucking butlers for the oppressor. Okay? It ain't going to happen like that. You see what I'm saying? So the reality is quit letting these niggas move the motherfucking chairs around on a sinking ship. Quit letting them bring another white man to you, thinking that white man got any, man, fuck L. Ron Hubbard. And fuck the motherfucker that brought him. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Nigga, you condemning the people. Ain't none of that shit gonna change. None of the realities that our peoples is in. Nigga, you was putting our people in a confused state. Any of you motherfuckers is putting our people in a confused state. So family, again, we work this information through the community. Spread the information. Master that basic information. We're gonna get back on the 10 commandments of a black revolutionary. We're gonna start working these together. We worked them, we went over them independently. Now we're gonna start working these motherfuckers together. You see what I'm saying? Working them together, blending this shit together, giving you a program that you can work right now. I done gave you some goddamn it. If you didn't start it, nigga, you didn't started to develop it. Wait, you greater today than you was a week ago. If you started on the month, if you took them 10 commandments, if you took this information, because if you got the information, you didn't start cutting motherfuckers off. I know you have. Man, this motherfucker ain't doing shit for me. Let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You didn't already start cutting motherfuckers off. You know what you've been doing wrong. You know what you need to be doing. You putting your schedule together. You quit fucking with these fuck niggas watching this frivolous shit. You starting to, put your program tighter and tighter. Now we see what condition. Now it's time to talk. Now it's time to talk about what we need to do, you understand, as an individual. And then the time will come. Don't worry about the community. Because it's long. Look, let me tell you, and I'm going to end with this because I got to get over there on the general setting. I've got a hot one today, Imhotep. Now, a lot of people say, a hand like this, if you lose, you understand what I'm saying? You can't, you ain't got the camaraderie you need. But if you ball that motherfucking fist up, nigga, you can deliver a powerful goddamn blow. But let me tell you something. Even if your hand is spread out like this, you can slap the shit out of a motherfucker. Don't get it twisted. You understand? Whether that motherfucker balled up tight like this as a community or whether you loose together on an individual state. If these individual hands is moving in a progressive state, you know what I'm saying? If they develop it individually, they still can slap the shit out of a motherfucker. So don't get it twisted. Whether it's locked, you want it locked, but sometimes, based on strategy, sometimes you open it up. To give a motherfucker the illusion that you ain't tight. You understand what I'm saying? So you can, however you want to work it. But so if you're working individually on your plan, that's still development. And when the time comes for you to close that fist, it's going to be a more, conducive situation for that to happen. But if niggas is individually weak, you ain't gonna have that possibility to ball that fist up. So get on your motherfucking program today. We're gonna be black at y'all ass real soon, making the development. Stay with me, family. Give me my grade, y'all. Give me my grade so I can get on up out of here. And y'all come on over to general setting now. I got that Imhotep, family. I got that, and it's hot. That motherfucker hot. Don't you dare miss it now. And I appreciate all my family out there for your support always. Give me my goddamn grade now. Shit, I ain't waiting on y'all. DVDs, I'm on them, family. I'm on them. I'm on them. I'm on them. I'm on them. The cases is on the way. Don't worry. I'm glad you own me about that. God damn it, when I get to motherfuckers made up, I'm gonna send your ass about 6, 7 free ones straight up for being on me. That's what I need. That. Believe me, man. And I'm saying that his family been on me about them DVD. And damn it, that's what you need. As you know, while you developing, you need that support. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's right, family. All right. This is the General Sarah Susan said. He saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power. Going over to General Seti right now. Peace.